Alrighty, welcome back. We're on episode number 25 of Divinity Original Sin, part 2, the Definitive Edition. So last episode, we continued exploring Fort Joy. We came out of the cavern here with Elode, and I decided to start searching for the last companion beast. Upon exit, we discovered that Dane, the man who refused our healing potion, had died. And he left an interesting thing. What was that thing? He left the sparkler card. So, this card, decorated with a mosaic of shiny paper, is the most powerful card in the popular card game Courtiers. So, don't know what that's for, but we have that. So I was searching for beasts. We went over to this section here, towards this hatch. We discovered that this hatch was buried, but we did not go down it. On this beach we found Migo, the sorcerer, and Magister Yarrow from up here. Over here, Master Yarrow was looking for a sorcerer named Migo. We found him, and we learned that he was experimented on, or I don't know, purposely changed by Dallas the Hammer into an abomination. Um, what her pets were, the two pets that we saw when we first came in, right here before Magister Atuza was killed. She had two pets. They were called the Hammer's pet. He appeared to be one of those, but not in the armor. Yeah. Let's see if we can recall what they were called. They were called a Geist. So he was changed to a Geist. Anyway, we went back to Master Yarrow up here and let her know that happened, and she went down there, and now she's by him. However, he has a cool plate set on his that he wears, and he gave us a ring, his Migo's ring, as proof to tell Yarrow what happened. And that ring had a restoration spell on it. I'd like to get the ring and his plate, so I'm going to probably go over there and kill both of those. Put him out of his misery, because he is an absolute abomination, and she's a Magister, so, you know, she deserves what's coming to her. Anyway, we came over towards this beach, started looking for beast. We ran into a man over here, an elf over here. Where's he at? Apparently he's bugged. He was on the beach, but now he is up here for whatever reason. Mal. And then we talked to Margot, and we talked to Naren, and Naren is wanting to confront the Red Prince. So now we found Beast up here. We're gonna go head up there and talk to him. Yeah, that's what's going on here. So let's turn that back on, and let's head up here and see what's going on with Beast. And there's a Septa the Ineffable. Alright. Before we talk to him, we're just going to hang out here and see what this thing says, if it says anything at all. Let's see, I'll talk to it with you. Let's go talk to it. Okay, so we'll have something to say. Okay. Chirp, chirp. Alright. So, I'm not really happy about seeing Mal there, because it makes me feel like the instance got bugged out. He definitely wasn't there when we saved it. I wonder if I should reload it and see if I can get it to not do that. I probably should. I mean, I know I have a save that he's not on that rock. I wonder how far back I would have to go. Let's just go back one quick save and see if that does it. No. So he's on the ground there. So this is after we're done with him and we start talking to... Is he still down there? Okay, let's go to 16. Oh, this is annoying. Alright, he's not there now. Okay. Alright, I guess we're just gonna go one by one until we find the last one that he wasn't bugged. I've seen you before. Ask if she's interested in trading.
Well, most certainly. I brought my own share of knowledge with me from the get-go. No sense in keeping it all to myself.
Okay, so we know what's going on here. Shit. He's still down there. I need to go through that. Okay, we have him here. I mean, I just can't see how I could do this, because I was quick saving this all in a row, so it's not like there should be any reason for this to happen. Shit. I mean, there should be no reason that this happened. If I just loaded 18 or not. Let's go to 19. So 19 is up there. What happened between 18 and 19 that caused him to do that? Shit. So that means I would have to talk to her again with all these characters. Motherfucker. Alright, thank her for the advice. Huh. He walked up there just now, you see that? So he pathed up there. What the fuck bug is this? So he can just randomly walk up there and get stuck?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's nothing I can do to
Cowrie,
prevent that.
cockle, clam.
Yep, there's nothing that I can do to prevent that from happening. Alright, so much for that idea. I wonder if the fate... whatever. Buggy ass game. I mean, how in the world do you get him to walk into an area that even I... What, can I walk up here? Are you kidding me?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I only mean that if you think about it logically,
I can walk up there. I don't want to walk up here yet.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
But see, he can't get back down. Well, that's weird. Okay. Alright, let's go back to watch this grab here. Alright, so far we haven't seen anything other than some indistinct mumbling.
May the void work and consume their joy, their misery.
Alright.
May the void work and consume their joy, their misery. May the void work and consume their joy, their misery.
He say he likes it thick and long.
What?
Combs it out all dilly-eye day. He say he likes it big and strong. And combs it out all dilly-eye day. He twists and rubs and
May the
tweaks
void
the
work and
nubs. He
consume their
strokes
joy,
and
their
pokes
misery.
like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long. And combs it out all dilly-eye day.
He's talking about his beard, but that's definitely more of a gay sexual innuendo, I think. Anyway, yeah. Interesting. I wonder if he has anything more to say.
He
Alright.
say he likes it big and strong. And combs it out all dilly-eye day. He twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs. He strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long. And combs it out all dilly-eye day.
Alright. Give us a few more rounds, see if he's got anything more to say over here, and see if there's... We know there's 2 lines so far from this crab here.
Foolish divine order scum.
Okay. Foolish divine order scum. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to him.
Come on, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship. His whole body strains with the effort of wrenching the plank free, to no avail.
Okay. go on. Alright.
Ah!
Ask what he wants with a waterlogged old plank. Ask him if he needs a hand. Hail, you recognize this fellow from the ship. Tell him you're glad to see he made it away from the wreck.
Eh? Oh, that. Won't be my first or last roll on a lost boat. Reckon I might have had a harder time of it without your help, though. Bravery on the high seas is rewarded tenfold in the hall, you know. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got business to attend to.
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and rubs them together before placing them both back on the plank and pulling.
Bleeding nail must be charmed or something.
Ask if he needs a hand. Tell him to leave it be. Whatever he's up to appears to be a fool's errand. Tell him the nail's not charmed. He just needs to put a little elbow in his grease. Alright, ask if he needs a hand.
Go on then, give it a go.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose, and the plank promptly crumbles to pieces in your hand.
Oh, look at that. Nice of you to finish the job after I loosened her up.
He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc, glinting in the sun, and lands squarely in your hand.
For your trouble.
Okay. Alright. So we got a gold coin out of that. Alright. Generous. Considering the circumstances. What if we go tell him the nail's not charmed, he just needs to put a little elbow in his grease.
Yeah. Go on then. Why don't you give it a shot?
I agree, you'd be happy to. Decline. This is the affair, not yours.
That's right, it is.
He grabs hold of the plank and hefts his great bulk backward. The rusted nail pops loose, and the dwarf stands back, smiling proudly, his prize in his hands. The plank promptly crumbles to pieces.
Son of a...
Take your leave. Tell him you expected something like this would happen. Laugh loudly. Wipe your eyes and tell him nothing good lasts after all.
Aye, and nothing all but worthless either.
He casts one appraising eye over the planks strewn on the ground and those still nailed to the ship. He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
Alright, well, let's go back to plan A. For your trouble. Thank him with a nod. Tell him you doubt that old plank was worth a coin.
No, but I'd hoped to build something with it that would be worth 1,000. Yeah, it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap, but I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
Leave him to his apparent delusions of ever escaping this place. Plan B, ask if he's planning to escape, capsize. So he was building a vessel, was he?
He gives you a wry look, as though deciding whether to trust you.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment.
Wish him luck and take your leave. Say that if he's getting out, you want him. Tell him you hate to break it to him, but people don't just leave for joy. Okay.
Maybe you don't.
He stands before you and pokes you in the side, seizes your shoulder with a great, strong hand.
There's something of you, you know? You don't have to accept your fate on this bloody island. You can leave here, get on with your life. Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place, and I'll do the same for you.
Reach out and shake his hand. You'd be glad to have him as an ally. Tell him you aren't looking for company at the moment.
Happy to trundle around with a group of amateurs at your heels, are you? Or not but your own skinny shadow? Your funeral, lass. I'll be here when you change your mind. Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
Decline, you'd be better off by yourself.
Suit yourself then.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face bears the scars of a hearty life, but his whiskers glisten as if glazed by the morning dew.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
Say that sounds like a good idea.
How do, partner? Though I reckon I should fill you in on a few things. Right now, though, the biggest thing on my mind is some candy arse called Lohar, lurking in Driftwood. The Queen is up to something nasty, and he's the best chance I've got of finding out what's what. Aye, but it seems you've no room for old beast in your clan now. You come find me when a spot opens up, and take it from me, you'll want to find a place for me at your side.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face bears the scars of a hearty life, but his whiskers glisten as if glazed by the morning dew.
Yeah, see, that's how all of them should have been. So see, you can see what happens when the group's full, and you can still pick his class after you kick someone out. All right. Let's take a look at our inventory. All right. First, let's toss Bane.
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak too? Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can find any method in it.
Tell him you'd like to go your separate ways, for now at least.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Yes, I can imagine it might be somewhat difficult for you to forever be in my shadow. Go on then, play in the sun. I have actual work to do.
I hear you.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
That sounds like a good idea.
How do, partner? Though I reckon I should fill you in on a few things. Right now, though, the biggest thing on my mind is some candy arse called Lohar, lurking in Driftwood. The Queen is up to something nasty, and he's the best chance I've got of finding out what's what. Anyhow, we're a team now, so the me is not half as important as the us. Let's get down to brass tacks. Fighting, I mean. I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin, and I picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle mage, if you like. But there's not so important as team dynamics. So what'll it be?
Might be that we do keep you as a battle mage. Say you're interested in someone with an affinity for arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What'd you have in mind?
Actually, I had the cleric in mind. Say you've changed your mind.
Come on, kid. We haven't got all day.
Ask if... Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts.
May not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Did you have a specialty in mind?
Say you've changed
Come
your
on,
mind.
kid. We haven't got all day.
So you're interested in someone with a little muscle. Ask if he has any martial experience.
I've more muscle in an inch than most have got in a mile. What do you have in mind in particular?
Say you've changed
Come
your
on,
mind.
kid. We haven't got all day.
Tell him a battle mage is just what you're after.
Then it's settled.
Nah, that's settled.
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
So if we left him a mage, a battle mage, he has strength, intelligence, starts with dual wielding, he gets an arrow thurge and a warfare. Another arrow thurge, huh? Okay. So, that means we don't have anybody with summoning. We get sneaking through a racial trait. Okay, Dwarven Guile gets 2 persuasion. Combat Kid, that's good. Dwarven Guile, sneaking. Sturdy. Okay. Let us check out what the cleric is. For all I know, the cleric's going to be mostly against physical damage. Say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
Say you're in need of a cleric, someone who can heal and support your team.
Then it's settled.
No, that settles it.
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Okay. So now, Beast has Strength, Intelligence, Constitution. He comes with a one-hander and a shield. Claw hammer, the kind of weapon that universally marks out its wielder as bad news. Okay. Necromancer and Hydrosophist. Okay, that's physical damage on the Necromancer part. It's bartering. And gets Hothead instead. Comeback Kid. Comeback Kid's better. While you're at maximum vitality, Hothead gives you an extra 10% critical chance and 10% more accuracy. What do we do here? We get Restoration, Bloodsucker, Decaying Touch. Well, can't say that's all that impressive, honestly. So I really don't want to like that. No? Okay. Okay, so let's go back and say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
Say you're interested in a conjurer, someone who could summon aid to the battlefield.
Then it's settled.
Nod. That settles it.
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Okay, so now Beast has Constitution and Intelligence. He still comes with a shield. This time he has a wand. Ah, Leadership. Okay. Summoning. This might work. Lore Master, another Lore Master. God. Sneaking. Oh, he comes with Pet Pal. Fuck. Pet Pal. That's waste. I don't want to do that. Okay. Although I am interested in making a conjurer. I believe we can make him go into summoning, so I can just do that. So that means I need to find a base mage and then just add summoning to the mage, or a combination summoning. Yeah, a mage that summons. Alright. So you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
Well, we already have a wizard, and we have the enchanter, and we have a witch, but the witch is, the witch is a physical damage, though. Say you've changed
Come
your
on,
mind.
kid. We haven't got all day.
Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Well, yeah, no, yeah, okay, let's go here. Say you're interested in someone with a little muscle. Ask if he has any martial experience.
I've more muscle in an inch than most have got in a mile. What do you have in mind in particular?
Okay. So, I picked Inquisitor for the main character. I can't see how a knight wouldn't be physical. I think we picked a battle mage, and a fighter would be physical. Oh, say you've changed
Come
your
on,
mind.
kid, we haven't got all day.
Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts.
May not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Did you have a specialty in mind?
All of these... We've already have a Shadow Blade. We have a Ranger now. Huh. Well, shit.
Come on, kid, we haven't got all day.
So you're interested in something? Yeah, fuck. I don't want to waste a pet pal on that. Fuck. This sucks. So you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have, you pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
Okay, so we're gonna make him a conjurer, but not like this. We're gonna have to find one of these that give us a better talent. Losi is already an elemental powerhouse. We saw that the cleric was more as a one-handed I don't know, it just didn't seem impressed. I didn't seem impressed with that. Shit. Shit. I don't like these choices. And I don't want to duplicate something because I know I'll have a wizard and an enchanter with me already. So I don't want to pick those. And I don't want to pick this because of the... I want this, but I don't want the pep tap. And this I don't want because I know that's physical. So what's left? I have everything that... Just to have two mages then? Fuck. You would have to have two mages and then have one split off from what they initially spend points in. Fuck me. Alright, say you're in need of a cleric, someone who can heal and support your team.
Then it's settled.
Nah, that's...
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Okay, so if we make him a cleric, he gets hothead. While you're at maximum vitality, hothead gives you an extra 10% critical chance and 10% more accuracy. You know, that's not good. Not good for the summoner because the damage is going to be coming from the pets, not you. So that's not really a good talent for that either. Okay. Shit. Okay, so we can't do cleric. It's just not going to be beneficial to do that. Okay, let's go with dexterous arts. Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts.
May not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Did you have a specialty in mind?
Say you're looking for a ranger who can dabble in the arcane arts. A wayfarer.
Then it's settled.
Nah, that's...
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
What's he get from this? Finesse intelligence. Huntsman geomancer. Sneaking, bartering. Pet pal. That's why I didn't pick it to begin with. On... Can there be any benefit for them to have Pet Pal? I can't see any benefit for them having Pet Pal. Son of a bitch, man. Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable with the dexterous arts.
May not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Did you
that's
have a
a no.
specialty in mind?
The Wayfarers, no. The Metamorph, I don't need another Metamorph. I have a Shadow Blade. We picked the Shadow Blade over the Rogue because I remember the Rogue had a something shitty about it that I didn't like. We don't want another Ranger. Save, change
Come
your
on,
mind. I'm
kid, we
stuck
haven't got
here.
all day.
I don't know what to do. Say you're interested in someone with a little muscle. Ask if he has any martial experience.
I've more muscle in an inch than most have got in a mile. What do you have in mind in particular?
Alright, so let's say we make this guy a summoner, right? I can't see a melee summoner being... I don't know. Synergistic in any way. Say you're looking for an executioner, someone who can deal a lot of damage up close personal. A knight would fit the bill. Let's see what this
Then
is.
it's settled.
Okay.
Capital.
Settles it.
Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Alright. So then he gets straight up strength and constitution. Yeah, there's just no way this is gonna work. They have two-handed warfare. Bartering, sneaking. Dwarven guile. He gets opportunist. I mean, that's just not gonna work. Fuck me, man. I don't like how this is set up at all. I can't set him up in any way I want. There's no way for me to set him up any way I want. Piss. Say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
Fuck. Alright. Just bite the bullet here. Say you're interested in a... No, I don't want to do that, Newman. I just don't want to do that. Say you're looking for an elemental powerhouse, a wizard will do.
Then it's settled.
Nah, that's
Capital. Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Alright. 13 intelligence, 12 constitution. Geomancer and a pyrokinetic. Lore master sneaking. He gets far out, man. No, fuck me. I'm stuck. I am absolutely stuck on what I want to do with this character. It seems like anything can go with conjuring. It doesn't. You don't have to be magic to use it because it's based off of level and using your incarnate. So I don't need to be a mage. So I don't want to waste a talent on a shit. But I do want to be able to do magical damage. And Necromancer doesn't do magical damage. At least not that I've seen. So you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous
May
arts.
not look it, but I'm pretty light on my toes when I need to be. Did you have a specialty in mind?
So you're looking for someone exceedingly subtle, the kind of person who could pick a pocket, then retreat to the shadows, and throw a spell or two. A Shadow Blade would do.
Then it's settled.
No, that's
Capital. Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Alright, so if he's a Shadow Blade, finesse, wits, polymorph, scoundrel, sneaking, thievery. It would be good to have a second thief. I don't think you can pickpocket somebody twice, but to have it available to you in the group when you have two separate groups, maybe. Yeah. Gorilla. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, that's... I'm gonna spend the whole episode just agonizing over this guy. So what I see now is I would have been better off selecting Conjurer for my class. That way I could engineer it exactly how I wanted it. Because this sucks. There's no way to get the Conjurer in here without getting the Pet Pal, and I don't see any reason to have Pet Pal on a companion. I wonder if I'm wrong on that. I can't see anything that says if it's beneficial or not to have it on multiple characters. Alright. Fuck, I guess we'll bite the bullet. So you're interested in someone with an affinity for arcane arts. Ask if he knows magic, knows much magic.
You've been around as long as I have. You pick up a thing or two. What do you have in mind?
So you're interested in Conjurer, someone who can summon aid to the battlefield.
Then it's settled.
Nah, that settles it.
Capital! Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here, and soon. And I suppose you do too.
Alright. I'm not overly thrilled with this at all. Beast. Escape the Magisters. The experienced dwarf sea captain Beast joined me. Okay. Then Beast has... Okay, so intelligence, constitution, leadership. I like the fact he has leadership though, because no one has it. So summoning and leadership. Lore Master, again, I'm not really happy with that. Sneaking. So Dwarven Guile, really don't need Pet Pal. Okay, yeah, whatever. Alright, it is what it is. Okay, so he has... Now again, if we look at the summoner spells, right? So the stats of the summons will depend on caster level and summoning ability. So the bolt gets a damage bonus from intelligence. And that's the incarnate. The totem is based on caster level and summoning. So bumping up the intelligence for that, I mean, it's possible we can just ignore the fact that, like, not even use that, right? If you look at this, is simply to create surfaces, right? So that you can put your incarnate down on it. But if you can create surfaces in other ways, you don't need to bust intelligence in there. And intelligence doesn't factor into these. So all you need is a level. So you literally can be anything with the Conjurer, unless there are some spells that we find out later on you have to have intelligence for. But I mean, ideally, I could see this being a ranger, like a ranger summoner, because he's probably going to be sitting in the back anyway, right? He's not going to be up front doing melee damage, because the first turn he's not going to close the gap. He's just going to start summoning his abilities, so he'll be in the back. So I think the best thing to do is make this a summoner ranger. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, in fact. I don't know if I have another bow to do that though. I have to make one or you know what, before I mess with that, I'm not gonna read that yet. He might tell me about that. I don't wanna get ahead of myself. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make him a ranger summoner. For now though, he has a shit wand and a shield. What does she have? She's dual wielding. He's got a bow. Okay, I can give him the bow now. Right. 5 to 7. Alright. Let's give that. So I can give him the twig. I'll do that now. So that means I have a shield that I can give out, and there's somebody that I know I wanted to give that shield to. So we can put this to wares. I know I wanted to give that shield to somebody. With the one-handed weapon. Alright. Wares. I guess that's all I have that I can give him. I'm overweight now, huh? Okay, that's trouble. What's causing the weight? Probably the fucking books. Yep, that's what's causing the weight. Oh, man. Alright. So let's see. I need to give these books up. So that means we're gonna have 2 different rangers. Need him to have his own backpack then. That the beast, he can keep a backpack. Yeah, I need to sell stuff, I think. Who has barter? Bartering 1. I wonder if bartering's going to be shared. I don't think it is. Alright, let's see. Let's go back to this. Let's go to this thing now. Alright. We'll test this double pet pal thing and see if there's any difference. Oh, you know what?
Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Sailed away from my last island prison scot-free. No reason I can't do it again.
Ask Beast what your next move should be.
I'm no people person, but I've had a run-in or two with magisters before, and let me tell you, most of them couldn't pour water out of a boot. One way or another will slip past them. Just keep your head to the ground. You'll get more than an earful of dirt, I promise.
Okay. Note that he makes frequent glances at a parchment he carries. What's written on it?
You noticed that, eh? Well, I'm a lot of things, but subtle ain't one of them. So, there's some things you ought to know about me. I'm sort of... kinda royalty. I mean, I never wore a crown. Not with diamonds in it, anyway. I once stuck a wreath on my head and... Oh, sorry. I need to stop with that whole tangent thing. Anywho, let's just get it out there. I'm a bastard. The literal kind. And the other kind. The royals weren't all great with me, and I weren't too great with them. To make an overlong story over short, I started the rebellion and got caught and exiled to an island prison. Like Fort Joy, but 10 times worse. I would have died there too, if one of Justinia's ships hadn't sailed so close. So, I kinda took it, and off I went. Cool, right? Then I came upon the Victory. Nice ship. The royal sailors walked the plank as well as you could hope for. That's where I found the notes. Right there in the open. Next to the manifest.
Ponder his story. So he's a pirate then. Prod him along. What did the notes say? Dear gods, insist he get to the point. Sigh, you just don't care about any of this. Ponder his history. Ponder his story. So he's a pirate then.
I'm no pirate. I just play the part. I prefer revolutionary. Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it. Now let's see how quick I can tell you the rest. Queen Justinia's ordered some dwarf named Lohar to ambush a ship called the Peacemaker and take its cargo. Whatever's on it, she's using it against the rebels. She calls it Operation Downfall. Pretty ominous, eh? So, yeah, hoping to find this Lohar fellow and stop the Operation Downfall thing. And there you have it. Tangent free. Mostly. Well, not mostly. A little. Okay, not at all.
Okay.
Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Sailed away from my last island prison scot-free. No reason I can't do it again.
Okay, that's weird. I think you would have thought you got a quest update from that. Alright, stolen letter. A letter beast found aboard a master ship called the Victory. It reveals a mysterious plot devised by Queen Justinia and implicates a dwarf called Lohar. Captain Arthas. Operation Downfall has commenced, and Her Majesty's orders are clear. My men will make their move when the Peacemaker nears Reaper's Coast. Trust me, the Divine Order drunkards on board won't see it coming. Sail the Victory on my signal when the bonfire burns under cover of darkness. Do not bother disembarking. We will load the cargo and then return to Driftwood. You only need to transport it. And be quick. Her Majesty does not tolerate delays. It is time to strike. The rebellion will fall. Lohar. Okay, now we have the update. Rise of the Dwarves. ×2. Beast. Escape the Magisters. Beast carries papers warning of Operation Downfall. The Driftwood criminal Lohar may be involved. Rise of the Dwarves. To what will the Dwarven Kingdom's internal conflicts lead? In the recent past, Queen Justinia successfully suppressed a rebellion, but the Dwarven Kingdom is still riven with internal strife. Okay.
So, you read through it all, which means you know what I'm up against.
Say you read it, but you're not sure why you need to be involved. Nod. This Operation Downfall sounds serious. What else does he know about it? Honestly, this is the more... I mean, really, why do we need to be involved in this? He started a rebellion against his queen. It's like, what? Alright. And that in and of itself is kind of bizarre because I can't recall ever hearing about a Dwarven queen in any lore, in any game, in any book, in any campaign. And I've read a lot of books and played a lot of games, and a lot of it has to do with Dungeons & Dragons and lore and Forgotten Realms and dwarves in general. I've never heard of a queen. So, I'm going to chalk that up as another woke point. A dwarven queen. Anyway, Nod. This Operation Downfall sounds serious. What else does he know about it?
Not much more than the paper told you. But it's enough to know I've got to stop Justinia. She's got the rebellion in her sights. My comrades. My friends.
Tell Beast you'll do what you can to help if you manage to get off the island anyway. Ask about the rebellion, what happened?
Listen up. The Queen was a good woman once, and I'm her bastard cousin, so I would know. Come rainy days, we'd sail paper boats and drop beetles on them for plank walking. She was never a beast, but her spirit roamed free. Then Queen Laura died, and it was Justinia's turn. The Divine Order was growing, and the lizards were on the move. First it was just flags, the royal insignia always flapping in my face, demanding my allegiance.
So not only is it just one queen, it's a matriarchy in Dwarven society. All that ever.
Then it spread. You say a good word about Lucian, and you just disappeared. Artists were cleared from the streets, replaced by royal goons in full armour. The lizards would come, they said, and we should all be ready to take up arms if the Queen demanded it.
Say a good word about Lucian and you just disappeared. The lizards would come. So far it sounds like the Queen's reasonable.
There was no way to live. Me and the others, we decided it was time for a change.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see the reason why this rebellion had to happen. So basically she's like, don't worship the human divine. Which makes sense. I mean, she's a fucking dwarf. And she's preparing for the lizards that would come. And we know the lizards are a race of slavers. So I don't see how in the world she's in the wrong here.
Shadows of the past cloud his bright eyes. He no longer looks at you, but through you.
A storm is brewing, we can be sure of that. But I'm just as sure the sky will clear after. The gulls will come back to perch and the sun will dry our faces. That peace is all the more special when you've heard the thunder before it.
Yeah, I just don't see how this is sensible here. When Justinia succeeded Queen Laura, tensions rose. Knowing unity would strengthen the kingdom, the new queen ruthlessly crushed dissent. I don't see anything wrong with what the queen's done. Anyway, Beast carries papers, warning of Operation Downfall, but Driftwood criminal Lohar may be involved. Okay, well, we already know that. That's weird.
Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Sailed away from my last island prison scot-free. No reason I can't do it again.
Urge him to tell you more about the Dwarven Rebellion. Actually, ask Beast what your next move should be.
I'm no people person, but I've had a run-in or two with magisters before, and let me tell you, most of them couldn't pour water out of a boot. One way or another we'll slip past them. Just keep your head to the ground. You'll get more than an earful of dirt, I promise.
Alright, urge him to tell you more about the Dwarven Rebellion.
Well, it's complicated. Where to even begin?
About his fellow rebels.
They're guerrillas.
Beast chuckles as your forehead crinkles in confusion.
You know, as in guerrilla warfare? Ah, Geralt, I thought you had a funny bone in you, but I swear some witch doctor's gone and yanked it out. Good women, good men. Still fighting the good fight, too, though most of them fled to the hinterlands. The wave dancer's crew's probably gone to join him. No offence to you, but I missed him. Still, it's probably best I don't subject him to all this.
Say you'd like to know what he was rebelling against.
Power, plain and simple. It's like this. Some people, when they get a taste of something delicious, they want more and more of it. Like fried sea bass. Once you start, you can't stop slurping. Justinia got a taste of that power the first time she threw a mouthy jester into the dungeon at the urging of her advisor, just because he pointed out her, rotundness. That's a word, right?
That's his example of a display of power. She threw the jester in the dungeon for calling her fat.
That's where it started. And it still ain't finished.
That's it. She's a queen. What do you expect she's gonna do? Of course she's gonna consolidate power. She's the queen. Who else has the authority in the whole nation if not the queen? What's the point of having a queen if she's not the one that's ruling it? I don't understand this rebellion. Shake your head. So it only got worse from there. Admit that you might do the same if someone called you fat. Say that as far as abuse of power is concerned, jailing a jester doesn't seem that awful. Whatever. Obviously he's gonna want this, so shake your head. So it only got worse from there.
Sure enough. Amazing how quick things change, too. When I was a lad, Laura would invite lizard dignitaries, elven seers, folk like that, big fish from other ponds. Now, a lizard don't dare step foot in the kingdom, lest some sword-loving royalist scrape off his scales.
Alright.
Can't stand those types. But I don't blame them. Some folk, they've got the short end of the stick. They've got lots of anger in their hearts, and when your queen tells you who you're supposed to hate, well, that's who you hate. Shite like that, that's why I did the noble thing. I fought it. You shouldn't have to fear your own queen, and you shouldn't have to fear some bogeyman just because that queen's needing a scapegoat.
Actually, you should fear the queen. That's the whole point of being royalty. So basically, Beast wants a diverse society. That's what he wants. He's open to having all the lizards and all the elves running around, all the humans mixing around with the dwarves. He wants that. Queen Justinia wants just dwarves. And that's evil. Yeah, I see how this is. Yeah, this is a woke theme. Completely, 100%. Whatever, man. Now I understand why it doesn't make fucking sense. Because it's not. It's not sensible at all. This is just somebody's woke dream they put on Beast. Yeah. I wonder how he ended up on the ship to Fort Joy.
Aye, this is a good one. Now, close your eyes and let it wash over you. The Beast of the Sea is skippering his beloved ship, the Wave Dancer, heading to Reaper's Coast. His target's there, you see. A notorious criminal kingpin called Lohar. The sails are full and the crew's in right spirits, barking shanties like a chorus of seals. Tell my mates I sailed the straits, and soon will dock in the Echo's Hall. Ain't to last, though. Magister ships surround the Wave Dancer like sharks circling their prey. The brave rebels are on the ropes until the legendary Beast boards the Magister flagship and summons a cyclone the likes of which no man or woman has seen. Rain and wind, void-woken everywhere, and our hero Beast, the valiant, selfless Beast, surrenders himself to the Magisters so the Wave Dancer may escape amid the rising chaos. What bravery! What sacrifice! Ah, what bollocks. I ain't no hero. Besides, you know how the rest goes. Hell, you're helping to write it. The Magisters haul me off, and soon enough, I'm heading to Fort Joy. Collared, like the beast I am.
Not in agreement. It sounds to you like his crewmates are the real heroes. Point out that he enjoys a bit of embellishment, and you trust him to be honest with you. Look him in the eye. He is a hero, make no mistakes.
Ah, you're making me blush. Truth is, a captain's only as good as his crew, but we all share a common goal. Freedom. The dwarven people, we've been through a lot. We deserve it. So, how'd they get you?
Freedom, huh? Say it was bad luck. Wrong place, wrong time. Shrug, doesn't really matter. You're here now. In any case, say it happened the way it happens to everyone. They heard you were a sorcerer and hauled you off. Say it was bad luck. Wrong place or wrong time.
Reckon that's the case for all us sorry souls who find ourselves on this flea-bitten island. As for me...
He runs a hand slowly down the plaits of his beard, smiling sumptuously.
I don't plan to spend a moment longer here than is strictly necessary.
Ask about Lohar. What's his role in all this?
As far as I can tell, he's doing the Queen's dirty work. Based on that letter, their plan was this. Lohar and his people sink a Magister ship, the Peacemaker, They transfer its cargo to the Victory, and then the Victory sails off to Duna knows where. No telling what the cargo is, but it means trouble.
Probably slaves.
He winks.
And not the good kind. And here I thought I was a talker.
Take your leave. Alright. I think that's it.
Not drawing many winning cards of late, but I won't be crying over it. Sailed away from my last island prison scot-free. No reason I can't do it again.
Okay, well that's the Tale of Beast, and that's pretty bad. I mean, that makes, for me, that makes the Beast a dislikable character. I like the accent, I like the voice acting, but fuck all that. Let's rebel against the Queen. Fuck, a Queen being a goddamn dwarven monarch is just astonishing to begin with. So that in and of itself is bad. And not only is the Queen being a monarch of the dwarves bad, she's the second known in line, so it's a matriarchy, which is terrible for dwarven society. Doesn't make any bit of sense and doesn't match any kind of lore from any book, any campaign, anything I've ever read, any game I've ever played. Completely just twisting everything about dwarven society. And now you make it, oh well, at least the dwarf queen has some common sense on wanting to keep her dwarvenness available to her, the world, and not mix it up with all the other races. But no, that's bad. That's evil. Right. Fuck off. Fucking liberals. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one later.